Welcome again to a time value of money video. We're doing advanced time value of money questions. Let's look at number 5. It says refer to question number 4. That's the one we did last time. You'll recall we did a 3-year lease. The rent was $1,000 per month in the first year, $1,100 per month in the second year, $1,210 a month in the third year. And here was the diagram, cash flow date line right here. Okay, that's the one we're referring to. Now let's go to question number 5. Now, assume that the rental payments are due at the beginning of each month. In the prior problem, to get you to think about this, I said rental payments at the end of each month. That's when they were due. So now we're just making the payments due at the beginning of the month, and we've done an awful lot of work that relates directly to this problem. And the point I'm making now is we can do this by kind of looking at it marginally. We're going to look at it marginally. In other words, we're going to do some analysis at the margin. We did a lot of work. Let's make use of the work we already did. And here's what I mean. So we have this cash flow stream here, which had been at dates 1 to the 12, 24, 25, 26, 30, 36 different cash flows at the dates indicated, beginning at date 1, date 2, and so on here. But in the current problem, problem 5, okay, then everything changes. And here's what changes. The cash flow stream is the same except for the dates when the payments occur. And what I mean by that is everything gets moved forward one period. This 1,000 is moved forward one period. This 1,000 is moved forward one period. But because everything gets moved forward one period, there's a very simple way of adjusting for this. And here's what it is. This becomes 0. This becomes 1, 11, 12, 23, 24, 35. Remember, a period is a length of time between two dates. If the rent if the rent for the first period is due at the end of the month, it would be date 1, like it was in the prior example. But now, if rent is due at the beginning of the month, for the first month, it would be at date 0. So we just have got different dates on these same numbers. That's all. And it's just another way of looking at how this diagram plays out. So everything, the 1 is now a 0, the 2 is now a 1. The 13 is now a 12. The 36 is now a 35. So how does that impact what we need to know? Well, the problem is asking us at date 0 exactly how much money would be needed to fully fund this version of the 3-year lease agreement. Well, since the rent's due earlier, right, than it had been, we know we're going to need more money. And what we've really done is we've made the due dates of these cash flows all be a little earlier, okay? All the due dates are a little bit earlier than they had been. So we can just think through this. Wow, in the last problem, the date 0 value was 32,967.79. That was the date 0 value of cash flows beginning at date 1 and ending at date 36. But now our cash flows, the same cash flows in the same order, start at date 0 and end at date 35. So because they're coming earlier, you can understand that the new PVGA will have to be bigger than this 32,000. And the question is, how much bigger? Well, it's easy. Every single cash flow is moving forward one period earlier than it had been, right? Like I initially had shown up here, okay? And that means, Got to move them. They're coming earlier, so the present value of the stream will get bigger, but everything is moving back one period, and the opportunity rate of return per period is 1%. So interestingly, all we have to do is take this number and multiply it by 1.01. And when we do that, we get the new amount of money we need to have at date zero, $33,297.47. Okay, so that is the answer to number 5. And I just wanted to show that to you so you would see how once we've done a whole lot of work on number 4, answering a slightly different question is actually kind of easy if we just kind of logic our way through it. So again, in the last problem, we only needed $32,967.79 to fund the rental cash flows. Because the rents are now due earlier, we now need more, specifically $33,297.47 is the amount that we need to deposit at date zero in order to be able to fund this. So if you think about it, because we have rent due also at date zero we would we would put in $33,297.47, and the first month's rent due is due then, so there's also an outflow of $1,000 at that date from the perspective of the account, because you have to pay that first month's rent at the beginning of the month. And so there's the answer, $33,297.47. And this was an interesting example of doing our analysis at the margin. And I thank you for watching.